So, وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا لَا تَجْزِي نَفْسٌ عَن نَفْسٍ شَيْئًا. So let's do this part first. So again, this vow is atifa because subject is coming from the previous. So ittaqu, remember, ittaqu, it is again hukum, it is command, fail amr. And this vow is telling you that it is a command for more than two people. Please pay attention. If you command to one person, ittaqi, ittaqi, not ya, just without ya at the end, ittaqi. If you command to two people, ittaqa. If you command to multiple, ittaqu. So this ittaqu is fail amr, and this vow is telling you that its file is antum. Now, if you say to someone, ittaqu, be mindful. Now the question is, be mindful of what? Right? So now you are going to get information of what? So, yawman, as you can see already that yawman is in nasab status. Why? Because yawman is going to play the role of maf'ul for ittaku. So ittaku is fail and file, and yawman is the maf'ul. Now, please, I'm gonna say something which we have applied in the past, but it's a good time to revise that. Please pay attention. Now, remember this point. When you have this yawman, you can see yawman is nakira, right? When you get a jumla, when you get a jumla after nakira, mostly you get jumla, but sometimes you may get shibul jumla, because you know this point already now that sometimes shibul jumla also plays role of complete khabar. Okay, so after nakira, as yawman is nakira, if you get a jumla, this jumla plays the role of sifa. For who? For this nakira. Basically, yawman will become mausuf, and next jumla will become the sifa, and mausuf and sifa together will become the maf'ul. Now, la tajzi nafsun an nafsin. Let's deal with this part first. So, this law is simply law of negation. Just pretend that there's no law here. Just deal with the normal sentence. So tajzi, tajzi, as you can see this ta, okay? It is basically, it is your fail mudare, and this ta is telling you that in mudare, it could be number, we know that number 4 and number 7, they look the same. Okay, let's see that which one you have got here, because in mudare, number 4 she, and number 7 anta you, they look the same. Okay, so tajzi is fail mudare, and right after tajzi you got ism in rafa status, nafsun. It's a clear sign that this ism will become the file, and built-in file will be cancelled. Secondly, now we have cleared it is number 4. You know why? Because nafs, please pay attention, nafs is a feminine word in Arabic language. Not because of any rule, it is from those list of words which native speakers consider as feminine. If nafsun is feminine, this has told us that tajzi is actually number 4, not number 7. Okay, so tajzi is fail, nafsun file, an nafsin, ain is jar, nafsin majroor, jar majroor, mutaalliq, mutaalliq bil hu, mutaalliq bil tajzi. Okay, so and this law is this complete jumla tajzi nafsun an nafsin. This complete jumla is being negated through this law of negation. Let's translate this one now. Ittaqu, be mindful all of you. Yawman, yawman, mindful of what? Of the day. La tajzi nafsun an nafsin. Tajzi, as we know, we say, may Allah reward you. The word is jaza. So this same word is jaza. But obviously, here you can translate as benefit, because jaza is more when we use for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can use the word maybe benefit. So la tajzi nafsun, when no nafs will benefit an nafsin, about an other nafs. Basically, Allah is saying that no, as we all know from the authentic ahadith, that on the day of resurrection, there will be nafsi, nafsi. Everybody would be trying and pleading that, oh Allah, save me. So it is in that context that no soul, no nafs is going to benefit to an other nafs. Okay, so be mindful of a day when no nafs or no soul will benefit about another soul, or you can say to another soul. Now this shay'an, please pay attention. One thing is for sure, that shay'an is a maf'ul. Why? Because it is in nasab status. This much is clear, right? Now, please pay attention. When your maf'ul is not giving the information of what, why, when, where, how, when it is none of them, then you call this one, please pay attention, maf'ul mutlaq. Mutlaq means that it is just maf'ul. It is not giving us information of what, why, when, where, and how. Because there are different names if your maf'ul gives you that information. So this maf'ul, which is not answering any of those information, it is maf'ul mutlaq. And even if you don't know, you simply say it is maf'ul, this is enough. Because shay'an is a maf'ul for who? For tajzi. And shay'an is actually maf'ul mutlaq. It makes something emphatic. No, when Allah said that no nafs will benefit to another nafs, sentence has completed, but Allah put emphasis, shay'an, at all. You see, shay'an, at all, nothing. So this nothing, shay'an, nothing, is basically maf'ul, and in being more, it is maf'ul mutlaq. Why? Because maf'ul mutlaq does not give you any information. It makes the sentence more emphatic, right? Now, this waw is connector, which means that this thing, that ittaqu, and then this first part, and then it is connected with the previous one. So, and la yukbalu. Please pay attention. One thing is clear, that this one is fail mudare. This ya and this dhamma ending is telling you. But please pay attention. When you see that mudare has dhamma in the start and fatha on the ain letter, which means on the middle root letter, qaf, ba, and lam. These are the root letters. Okay. And what I said, if mudare has dhamma in the start and it is second last root letter has fatha, it is called mudare majhul, which means passive, which means you don't know the file. So yukbalu, it means la yukbalu. Let's not deal with the la yet, because la is simply for negation. So yukbalu, it will be accepted. Okay, it will be accepted. Minha, min is jar, ha majroor, jar majroor mutaalliq bil yukbalu. Shafa'atun, you see, shafa'atun, it is clearly in the, it's a ism in rafa status. And what is the rule? In jumla failure. And this is a jumla failure. Why? Because it has start with the fail, yukbalu. Okay, in jumla failure, if you get ism in rafa status as shafa'atun here, this ism will play the role of file. But we have learned in the past, in the case of passive sentence, you call it naibul file. Yukbalu has still built in huwa. Yukbalu is a number one in the mudare chart. It has built in huwa, but we don't call it file because of passive voice. We say naibul file. So yukbalu had huwa as naibul file, but because of shafa'atun, huwa will be cancelled and shafa'atun will become the naibul file. So yuqbalu fail, minha muta'alliq bil fail, and shafa'atun is the file, and this complete jumla. Let's translate this one. Yuqbalu, it will be accepted from him. Now shafa'atun will replace the it. Shafa'a means intercession. Intercession will be accepted from him. Now, because of this law, no intercession will be accepted from him. You see, no intercession will be accepted from him. Accepted by who? We don't know. Even though it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you see, Allah has distanced himself. You know why? It is a common feature in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala distance himself from the wrongdoers. Right? So, La yuqbalu minha shafa'atun, no intercession will be accepted from it. Wow. And la yu'khazu minha adlun. Again, this la is law of negation. Yu'khazu, again, dhamma starting, and second last has fatha. So it is again a passive. Okay, akhaza, ya'khuzu. Ya'khuzu was the normal. Ya'khuzu has become yu'khazu. Okay, so it is passivized. It has built, it is fail mudare, passive, which means majhul. It has file, huwa, but this adlun, you see, adlun has cancelled the huwa, and adlun will become the file, and min, naibul file, because it is passivized. So adlun will be naibul file, and minha will be muta'alliq bil fail. Okay, and now yukhazu. Yukhazu means to take something. Yukhazu adlun. Adl mean you can say compensation. Okay, no compensation will be taken from him. No compensation. Adlun mean compensation, minha from, and ha is him, or basically nafs. Okay, so no compensation will be taken from him, right? Wala hum yunsarun. Now, dominant position is that this vow is istinafiya, and this last jumla is a separate jumla. La hum yunsarun. The normal sentence was hum yunsaruna. Hum is the mubtada. Yunsaruna is a jumla failiya as khabar, and because of this law, it has become into negation. And by the way, yunsaruna is also majhul or passive. It has naibul file hum. Clear? So now, la hum yunsaruna, they will not be helped. They will not be helped. Let's translate the whole thing. Be mindful of a day when no soul will benefit another soul at all, and no intercession will be accepted for it or for him, and no compensation will be taken from him. And because it is vaw istinafiya, when it is vaw istinafiya, you don't need to translate by using an. You simple translate this jumla. La hum yunsarun, they will not be helped. So this was